Hi everybody, Lori here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I've got a fun little toaster treat box project to share with you featuring some products from Brutus Monroe. I was so fortunate they sent me a cute little PR box full of a bunch of goodies. I believe this is kind of like an what's it called? This Let's Do Brunch inspiration box of goodies they sent me, and there was this cute little mug in it. I had to show you. I believe you can buy mugs in their shop. I'm not sure if they have this one. I don't really know. And also in the package was this adorable apron. It was personalized with my name on it. So I had to try it on to show you. And it says Laura, and there's like bacon grease all over it. And it looks like a diner. There's even a diner menu that came in the box. And it kind of shows you all the fun little things that they are featuring, I think, in this Let's Do Brunch inspiration box. So it's like a diner menu. It's laminated and anything. But let me show you some of the things that are in it. And these are sold individually as well. The cinnamon sugar embossing powder. So fun. And now this one here I used on my project. Some Brutella. Do we have any Nutella fans out there? It looks like chocolate spread, but you can't eat it. Okay? And I did smell it because I wanted to see, does it smell like chocolate or hazelnut? Doesn't really smell, but it looks like it. Look at this, faux honey. It looks like honey, but it's not. And it dries clear, kind of like a glossy accents with a little bit of yellow in it. And then here's a little bottle of stamp cleaner. It's called Squeaky Clean. And that's what I need to spray on my stovetop. Keep it clean. Okay, and then this little stamp set, a little tiny one called Pastry Pal, and it's got a little, what is that, a Pop-Tart, a couple sentiments. And here's what I'm going to be using, the Toaster Treat Box die set. And then also there's the Nana's tablecloth paper pad. It's double-sided, and it kind of like gives you the feel of Grandma's tablecloth. You know, it's giving you the tablecloth vibes. And I do use some of that as well on my projects. So I'm going to start with the Nana's tablecloth paper pad. I actually just used some of the pink solid. It's actually got a pattern on the back side, but I just wanted to make a pink toaster. I don't know why, but I thought, wouldn't that be cool? I could see that in a grandma's kitchen, like a retro pink toaster. I'd actually like to have one. You ever seen those? What's the brand of that? Smeg or whatever. They make like really cool vintage fridges and toasters and stuff. And they're usually like aqua or maybe like a bright red, but pink would be cool. And then here's the two little toast dies. I layered Kraft and cream for like a piece of toast or a piece of sandwich bread. So I die cut two of the toaster dies out of that pink pattern paper, and it pre-scores it and everything. It couldn't get any easier to build a little toaster treat box. It's like a no-brainer, and it's a really fun idea. See how it comes together. I use a little score tape. I use some of the 1/4 inch and some of the 1/8 inch. Those flaps on the side of the toaster are a little bit skinnier, and I put the thicker ones on the bottom. So you just need to cut out 2 pieces, tape them together on both sides, and that's it. Bada boom, bada bing. You got yourself a little toaster treat box. So this comes together in no time flat, and you could really customize it with all that fun pattern paper. I even thought about making it out of silver metallic cardstock to make like a silver toaster. If you go on the Brutus Monroe website, which I'll have everything linked in my description box, and you see what some of the design team people or designers have created with the toaster box, you'll get a lot of fun inspiration. And then now there's a lot of little add-ons, a lot of little doodads. You can zhuzh up your toaster. I'm going to make a little panel out of some of that cream. And then there's a little heart. I'm going to cut a couple hearts. I'm using a mixture of some Concord 9th solid color cardstock, a little bit of some Simon Says stamp, a little bit of lawn fawn. I just use a little bit of everything. So this craft here, I cut out this little kind of, I don't know what you call this, but it looks like something you'd spread on toast, the shape of that craft die cut. And I'm going to use a palette knife and spread on some of this Brutella. And I thought it would be easier to get a nice looking spread if I spread the Brutella onto that die cut. It would give me that nice shape around the edges, because if I just went in and spread this Brutella on that toast, I don't think it would look as good as if I spread it on this die cut. And so I spread that all over. You got to be generous so you can get a nice little, you want to go back and forth to look like you really, you know how you do that on a cake? Back and forth. Okay, and then I let this sit. I let it sit for a good, probably at least an hour, maybe 2. You got to step away, let that Brutella dry. And I'm going to go ahead and make a little mini shape card out of that piece of toast. So I took the larger piece of toast and die cut it into a little white card base, kept that hinge intact, and I covered the top of it with tape runner and then just adhere my toast on top of it. So you can turn anything under the sun into a shape card just by doing this, and I have done that over the years. I love a good shape card, and I got to tell you, I've never made a piece of toast shape card, but I'm giddy about it. Look at how cute this is, and I'm going to use that little Pastry Pal stamp set and stamp a little sentiment on the inside. And so there's a couple little options. One says poppin' in to say hi, and one says what's poppin'. So I guess that's referring to, I wasn't sure at first if it was like a Pop-Tart, but maybe it's anything that pops out of the toaster. What's poppin'? So I stamped that with VersaFine Onyx Black ink on the inside of my little toast shape card, and when that Brutella die cut dries, I'll put that on top of the toast as well. Now to zhuzh up my toaster, because I felt like this is really cute, but I need some more color, I went ahead and cut some strips of solid color cardstock. I cut mostly cool tones like greens and blues. Since my toaster was pink, I thought, do some cool tone strips because you got a really warm pink toaster, get a little contrast there. So just adhering this with tape runner, kind of putting them on an angle, keeping it trendy. You know how I like to strip it up. Okay, so cutting off that excess with the scissors, and I'm going to adhere this onto that pink toaster. And then I'm also going to pop up those 2 little colorful hearts. I just kind of like nestled them right in the center. A little foam tape on the back of that, popping it on the pink toaster. And then while I did all this, stopped, ate lunch, let the Brutella dry, and it did. It looks really, really fun. It's kind of glossy. It's got a little sheen to it. It looks great on top of that die cut. I'm just going to coat the back of it with some Bearly Arts glue, pop it down on my little mini toast shape card, and you could stop right there. But I had these clay sprinkles. These ones are by Spellbinders. They're really old, out of stock a lot of places. I did notice, and I linked, Brutus Monroe carries some sprinkles, so you could get them there. A lot of brands carry clay sprinkles and confetti. Not that you probably would put sprinkles on Nutella toast, but hey, I wouldn't argue with it. If somebody gave me a piece of toast spread with Nutella and put some sprinkles on it, I'm not complaining. Now, what you going to put in your toast treat box? What you going to put? You could put a gift card. You could put some Starburst, but you know me, I'm going to put some chocolate in there. I've got Reese's Thin, Dark Peanut Butter Cups, some, what's those thing called? Carmelo. And then the toast kind of fits in there, cocked to the side. I added a little sentiment strip. This is by Simon Says Stamp. It's linked in the description box. You're my favorite. How cute would this be to give to a friend, to a teacher, co-worker? A little bit of toast, a little bit of chocolate, a little what's poppin' little mini toast shape card sticking out of a pink toaster. I mean, forget about it. Check out the Let's Do Brunch inspiration box over at Brutus Monroe. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.